Hello, and welcome to this short interactive video series. I'm so glad to have you here. Let me reintroduce myself. My name is Shelby Donor, and I'm the founder of Balance Awakened. Many of you have read my books or purchased my journal, which I thank you so much for, and I hope it's given you insight and helped you on your grief journey. I wanted to deepen the experience and extend my help even more to you. I wanted to create a free and short video course that you might find useful and helpful as you continue through your grief. I wanted to break grief down, talk about the emotions and the thoughts behind it all, and give you some tools you could use in your own life to help you. So here we go. Let's get with it. I wanted to start this by asking you a question. What is grief? Many believe it's a 5-stage process. Others say it's just a part of life, while others say it's an illusion, or even hell on earth. Or better yet, suffering is a part of the plan before glory is reached in the afterlife. It's God's will. Whatever you believe and how you define it is what you will hold to be true. I'm not here to tell you what to do or what to believe. You're the only one that knows what's best for you. I'm just here to share my insights and encourage you. All I will say now is, I encourage you to believe things that empower you, help you to endure and grow, rather believe things that limit or disempower you in life. So how would I define grief? The simplest way I can define grief is an experience defined by believed loss. But honestly, what good does that do us? The events that define our losses, they may be different, but the feelings, thoughts, beliefs, and reactions are more alike than different. As people in grief, we share more things in common than we share differences. It is our differences that bring us together. Every person who experiences the death of a loved one or any other type of loss must undergo the same task: learning how to live life after loss. I like to compare grief to the event of being scratched by a cat. Do you own a cat? I love mine. Who here has ever been scratched by a cat? Those dirty rascals, they can leave a sting and a nasty scar, can't they? But in the end, don't we still love them and we want to take care of them? So if you're willing, I want you to do a little exercise for me real fast. I want you to close your eyes and take a few moments to visualize yourself getting scratched by a cat. Don't go get your cat literally and get them to scratch you. Just envision it. And if you don't want to do that, think back to a time when you did get scratched. Just think about what happened. Think about what took place when that kitty scratched you. Good. Now, envision yourself taking care of that wound. See yourself taking care of that scratch. Nice job. You gotta love cats. What did you experience? What did you feel while being scratched? And what did you feel after being scratched? What thoughts went through your mind before, during, and after? Where did they scratch you? What happened? At first, was there a sting, and then maybe a few moments went by, and did the area turn numb, hot, itchy, or tingly? Did fear overwhelm your body right before they scratched you? Did the fear stay and cause you to think into the future about what the scar would look like, or cause you to worry it might get infected? Did the fear cause you to regret what you did? Did it cause you to look back into the past and wish it would have never happened? Did you turn angry, become agonized in pain, sad, anxious, worried, frustrated? What emotions and kinds of thoughts did you experience? Did your heart start to beat faster and your breath become more shallow? Did the wound begin to bleed? Did you try to cover it and stop its bleeding? Did you wash it with water or put some antibacterial ointment on it? Or did you just let it bleed until it stopped and just look your cat so angry right in the eye? What did you do? I bet you have never really put this much thought into the experience of getting scratched by a cat, have you? I know I haven't. And I just want to say thanks for participating. You're doing awesome. So why do you think I had you do that? Like I said, grief is very similar. The cat represents the loss, while the scratched area represents the experience of it. The loss comes, it scratches us, and causes our minds and our bodies and our souls to experience several different things. We feel a rush and a variety of emotions, while our thoughts become focused and fixated on what has happened. We look into the past and future and feel so many emotions in the present. It can be very overwhelming. Our bodies experience many different physical symptoms. In the event of loss, when we first hear about it or we see it, we freeze. We try to run, avoid it, or try to fight it. Life becomes different as we deal with the pain and the wound. Sometimes we don't feel real. And if we nurture our wounds and we take care of it properly, then we have just a little scar. But if we don't take care of it and we remain consumed in what has happened, doing nothing, that wound can become infected and even fester. It can spread to the entirety of our life. Life has the potential to become a struggle, painful, fearing, hopeless, and dark. And if it goes even one step further, it can even lead us to the choice to end our lives. Grief is a wound that does not have to infect your life. It can become a scar that when you take some time to look at it, feel it, and take care of it, it can transform from being a scar of pain, despair, feeling lost, and just suffering. It can turn to a scar of deep appreciation and love. The scars of grief, they become a part of you as you continue to live your life. The scar that remains is the one you choose. Like I said, I'm not here to tell you what to believe. I can only speak from my experience, and I'm here to tell you the loss you have experienced doesn't have to ruin your life. I'm not sure how you feel right now, but some of you watching don't want to be happy again. You don't want to change your current life conditions. You say you don't know how, or you don't know what to do. Some of you want to remain in depression. Some of you feel guilty at the thought of becoming happy when the person you loved is no longer here. That's how I felt, at least. I can remember this one Christmas. All my family was getting together, ready to celebrate the holiday. It had been 2 years since my dad had died. The thought of hanging out, laughing, and being with friends and family, it just made me sick. Oh, it made me want to throw up just thinking about it. Feeling happy, laughing, and smiling. I was fine being sad and being alone. So you know what I did? I didn't go. I was selfish and stayed home and wallowed in my grief and depression. I missed out. And to this day, I regret it. I will never get that chance to have that experience. I missed out on family and love. I say all this to you because I don't want you to do what I did. I don't want you to miss out, and I really don't want you to be alone. I don't want you to suffer. I want to help you see that there's a different way. Those feelings of not wanting to be happy, to move on, or to want to stay in your grief, they're all natural feelings, and you're going to push back. But no, that is okay. Grief. Grief has the potential to open our eyes to a whole new world, transform your life, your family's life, and give you a deeper appreciation for life. What is your definition of grief, and how are you going to experience it? Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video on why we experience the thoughts and emotions we do in grief. We will break down the why and the cause for many of the thoughts and emotions we have. It's going to be great. All right. I'll see you then.